公同人真女原光慈悲です。戯れといたしましょう。
何やる気なの？いいえ、嘆かわしいことです。命令とおてんばですか？おてんばです。あらボルケーノアク
目には色を、耳には言葉を。
Alright, welcome back everybody. Time for attempt number 2. Jay Shadow, thanks for the 6-month resub, man. Welcome back.
おてんばですか？おてんばです。ボルケーノアクもろいもろい。
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
倒されたらくそ力足らずか。
どこまで逃げても手に入らず。
Oh, Yumi says hi? Okay. Tell her that I said hi back. Alright. How was your day? Went normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. We're just gonna try to do our best this time around. Using the same CCs. The ones that I the ones I gave Medea Lily at the end of stream yesterday. Yes. So she actually has a different set. Well, not a different set entirely. I just replaced the one that gets rid of attack buffs, because Kiara technically doesn't have any attack buffs, and I replaced it with the 4-star. Is it a 4-star or 3-star? The one that we got during Valentine's last year, with Semiramis' event, because that one gets rid of a crit buff. Yeah, crit damage buff off enemies. As you should be able to see right here. Let me check real quick. Mr. Corrin's actually playing League on stream. He said he's played League before, right? Also, the great thing about the CC that I gave to Medea Lily is that it also causes whenever actually, does it show her CCs? Yeah. So the Dove Report CC, whenever you successfully get rid of a crit damage buff off of an enemy, which is exactly what Kiara has, it also reduces Kiara's crit rate by 10% for 3 turns. So it's pretty much the perfect thing for Medea Lily here. So we don't get screwed with last time. We should have a much better chance of success this time, because the Dove Report CC that I just showed should greatly improve our chances of success. But we'll see how well that'll work. We'll see if it works out. I had no idea we could see CCs at the bottom like that. I'll be honest, I didn't know until just now either. I just thought to myself, like, is there a way to show my CCs that Medea Lily has on the status icon? Sure enough. This game does give you, FGO does do a good job of making sure you know exactly what's going on. You can see everything that the enemy has. You can see what your servant has in terms of command codes, what their craft essence, what kind of craft essence they have on. You can see their statuses. So they're usually pretty good with this. So it doesn't surprise me that there's a section dedicated to command codes in case you want to look again and, you know, see exactly what your command codes are and what they do. So let's get a charm. Get a charm up real quick. Yeah, except for skill description. Well, technically they do. Actually, do you not know how to bring up skill descriptions, Dennis? Because if you start playing FGO for the first time, by default the game will force you to look at your skill description, like a skill description window. You have to actually manually toggle your game so that it doesn't show you that. You can just go activate your skills with one button press immediately. Like, for example, if I wanted to use, I want to use Medea Lily's second skill right here, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do it, right? So if you go to your menu, you can just toggle on or off the confirm skill use button, If you have it on, then what it'll do is if you tap a button real quick like that, the game will default you to default you to have to look at your skill description like that. If you toggle it off, then you can just tap a skill immediately and it'll just go straight into actually using it. In this mode though, what you can do is if you actually want to refresh your memory on what a skill does, even while you have confirmed skill use toggled off, like what I usually do, you can hold a skill actually, and it'll bring up the skill description just like that. So you don't have to go back over to the fucking battle menu and toggle it on and then toggle it back off once you're done. It's quite nice. Yeah, just meant to. Yeah. I had a feeling you were just talking about that, but just in case, yeah, you didn't know about this, I think. Fucking applies random effects. Omega lol. Hutao tomorrow? Oh yeah, that's right. Hutao is tomorrow, isn't she? God, everything's coming up so fast. I was gonna do max power Kiara, but you lost motivation after this stream? Don't say that. Blizz. No, Blizz. Don't say that, bro. Blizz. Let's go for Star Generation, shall we? No crit buffs to get rid of, so let's go with... We seem to be okay. The issue is that we have a lot of debuffs stacked on us, so I'm not too sure how okay I am with letting those rock. I think we'll just do that. I got Unectes. I actually didn't have to drop more Urgenite Prime from Unectes. I was able to get her with all the free shit that I had lying around. That was cool. Ugh. Nice, let's run. We got crit. What ended up happening was we were on the final break bar and less than halfway to go, and then we were stuck in a bad spot where I had no lifelines left, and my medea was at around 8k health with like 1 defense debuff stack, and Kiara attacked all 3 times, and the last one she crit, and if she didn't crit, we would have survived for a little bit longer, but she crit on that, so we died. I actually wonder what Kiara's base crit chance is. That was gonna be a crit. Thank God for that CC, huh? Just to be safe, let's just do this real quick. Let me think here. Oops. Not much of a point in going for these buff CCs. So let's just get rid of the crit stack. Doesn't really matter which one we go for. She has the same crit chance as all beasts? I don't know. Her base crit chance it should be very low, because in all honesty, she doesn't actually crit all that much. Because she doesn't have any crit rate buffs. She only has crit damage buffs. which is why the dub report CC works on Kiara here. Let's see. I won't heal here? Question mark? Yeah, we won't heal here. I'll heal next turn with her second skill. Actually, we don't even need to heal with her skill. We can actually just MP right away. I wouldn't be surprised if Kiara's base chance to crit is like literally just 10%. Maybe it's like yeah, I'd say 10%. 20% sounds a little bit too high. Just from my experience of doing this stuff all the time, or multiple times, I should say all the time. Magia record looking a little different today. Yeah, it's a little bit different from what you're used to, I'm sure. Hey Tomato, welcome back, man. How's it going? We're doing the Medea Lily solo, or I am again. Hey Dennis, thanks for the 7-month resub with Twitch Prime. I knew I was missing something. Oh, well, welcome back. Glad you didn't forget. How does the Medea Lily solo work? Does she out heal Kiara's damage? Yes. So essentially, how the Medea Lily solo works is that she can theoretically, like infinitely fight against Kiara, as long as Kiara doesn't crit too much. And the reason why it works is because for this Kiara fight, for the full power Kiara fight without using any Kiara punishers, you need, if you want a servant who can solo this, they need to be able to get rid of their own debuffs, because debuffs are like the killer for this fight. That and Kiara's crits, but you know, that's just natural. Enemies crit sometimes. But the debuffs are can stack up real fast, and if you don't have a way to deal with them, then you're boned. What else? Yeah, you need a servant who can clear their own debuffs and heal themselves constantly. Ideally, you want it to be on an NP and on an art servant, so that way it's sustainable. It cannot be on like a skill only, because eventually, like you'll be safe for like, you know, maybe one cycle of debuffs, and then if since your skill is still off cooldown, you don't really have a way to get it back faster, because it's a solo, right? So yeah, you need, like, that's why Medea Lily and Nightingale can do this now, starting this year, thanks to CCs. But yeah, essentially it's yeah, out heal Kiara's damage. But there is a little bit of a nuance, because there are more nuances to this fight, because think of every one of Medea Lily's heals here as a lifeline. All of her skills, her first and second skills mainly are two of her lifelines. And not just that, but your Mystic Code, your choice of Mystic Code is also additional lifelines. So you can kind of think as all of these skills as like lifelines for Medea Lily, that she can use to keep herself alive and get herself out of a bad situation. The less lifelines you have, the worse it's gonna be for you, and the more reliant you become on luck that, you know, Kiara might not attack or doesn't crit or something. No BB solo? I don't think so, no. Could Saber Shiki do this? Maybe. She would need to be a Grailed. I think with the exception of like maybe Nightingale, like if you want to try using a servant to who can, you know, solo this, like they probably would need to be Grailed. Medea Lily is probably the best at this, because she can face, she has her own, she has access to her own arts chains, right? Because arts chaining and generating a charge to get your MP up quickly, as fast as possible, is like omega important. Because Kiara isn't going to be giving you much MP charge at all. Like, she'll only give you like 3% at a time, and she might only attack like once or twice. So yeah, you can't rely on Kiara's hits to build up MP charge for you. Like the servant themselves needs to generate their own charge. Saber Shiki has 2 busts. She's a Saber. No Saber in the game has a full caster deck. Nightingale as well. She can do this, but she has the issue of the fact that she doesn't have a caster deck and she has a balanced deck, a quote unquote balanced deck instead. So those 2 have a distinct disadvantage compared to Medea Lily because they cannot just Arts Chain at will like Medea Lily can because she's a caster. But yeah, there are a few more nuances that I could go over, but for the interest of time. Grails matter? Yes. For if you're using Medea Lily, absolutely. I mean, I know I keep saying this, so now I fucking sound like a broken record. But Grail stats are very important, and especially it's nowhere more important than fights like these, where you put your servants to the absolute limit like this, like solo fights or like TA runs and shit like that. Like Grail stats come in so fucking clutch. It's almost not even funny. With this, I think I can afford doing this. I'm gonna have to get rid of the what is it? The crit buff. The crit damage buff though. Because this way, at the very least, this should mean that what is it? Kiara cannot crit me. I'll be stealing her crit damage buff. So Medea Lily will be taking a lot of damage here, but at least she won't get crit. Yeah, because that was almost a crit. See, there was another crit. Hey, look, chat, we would have gotten crit twice in a row, and our run would have ended almost immediately. Jesus Christ! I will use this though. I want to top Medea Lily off. Make sure she's good. Make sure she good. That could have been a run ender. You never noticed Kiara's booba? Yeah. The hilarious thing 2 years ago, when I did this the first time around, is that if you still had Medea Lily's stock animations, her default animations, before she got it renewed, Kiara would Medea Lily would actually be attacking Kiara's booba. I think if you check the VOD that I put up on my YouTube channel of this fight that I did 2 years ago, with Medea Lily's default animations, she keeps throwing caster balls at Kiara's tits. It's perfectly angled for that, but with these new animations, it doesn't really show that stuff. Let's see Medea. Just the same, her own Bond C. Honestly, her Bond C is probably the best seed that she can take. Like, I don't know what else could be better. Like, maybe Maiden Halloween, if you have it like max level, so that way she gets more HP stats out of that. I forget what how good Maiden Halloween was. It might have been Maiden Halloween might actually have more than 30% healing power increase. It might actually be like 50 or something. So technically speaking, yeah, that'd actually be better. Alright, she got hit by Kiara's MP. Wonder how horrified the devs were when they found that you could clear 0 KP and whip only fight. I'm sure they expected some people to do it. You just level one summer to 100 and realize it was HP. Yeah, that's why we tell you not to do that. Sag. Nice little top off there. Yeah, no pancake. Yeah, we can't make pancake meats though. God damn it, 98%. Not that it matters really. Let's see, no crit damage buff, so can't. No point in using the Dove Report CC. Let's see, let's get a stun immunity up again. I wish I knew what C's to level to 100 that you do have. You can start by listing the 5-star C's that you do have, and we'll see if there's any that may be worth leveling. All right, perfect timing. Let's see here. Okay, you'll do so after this boss fight. All right. This boss will take all night? Not really. It'll take like 3 hours, but not all night. I'm not going to spend as much time as on this as Kanata did on Sans. For what that's worth. Yeah, Kanata finally did it though, yeah. And afterwards, she uploaded a 6-second clip of her getting bullied by Sans. Where's my phone? Just a keck W. Let's see here. Not really much of a point using Dove Report, but I kind of want to use it anyway, just for its the crit chance. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. The absolute commitment. Oh yes, I want to do this. This will happen. And honestly, now that I've swapped out one of my CCs for Dove Report, this should work now. Because the Dove Report getting rid of crit damage buffs and replacing it with a crit chance debuff is immensely powerful. So we'll see if we can do this. We should be able to. Hello Hanako, thanks for the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream today. Welcome everybody from his stream. This is something that I started yesterday, but unfortunately Kiara whipped my ass yesterday, so I'm attempting it today. This is something that I did 2 years ago from the original CCC run, which was a Medea Lily solo on full power Kiara. And I'm doing it again because I can. That, and I want to try. I want to see how different this fight is with CCs available. Because obviously 2 years ago we didn't have CCs back then. Medea Lily stall, yes. Yes. Oh god, not this again, yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're gonna be here for the next 2.5 hours. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be good. Now's a good time to grab your popcorn, cause yeah, we'll be here for a while. I've already spent 30 minutes on this fight, and we just broke her first break bar. It's gonna be good. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great night tonight. Once again, this is going to take a while, so I advise you to settle down and get comfy. But yeah, thanks Konako for the streaming, or for the raid, and for the streaming. I hope you had a good one. Yeah, honestly, I should have titled this stream Casino Point Farming Hours. Gamba Farming Hours. Something. Gamba Farming Hours. Let's see. I kind of want to, let's see here. I kind of want to not use Medeilo's MP here, and then save it for next turn. So that way, whatever debuffs that Medeiloli gets after on the next turn, I get to get rid of all at once. Because Kiara will not crit me here, and Medeiloli has enough health where she can tank the incoming damage for next turn, no problem. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and generate some stars here. No point in using the other CC, the buff CCs, because Kiara's MP is just gonna get rid of them right now. So. CQ and chill, yes, pretty much. I wanna waste 2 hours of your life? You've come to the right place. I mean, you're sitting here watching someone else's live stream, so aren't you already wasting some of your life? If you really think about it. And then we use this skill. And this should get her back up to full HP. No crit damage buff, so no point in using Dove Report right now. It really do be like that, true. 2 million HP more, boys, or 2 million more HP, boys. In here for the long. Hey, Invada, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I see cozy boobas. Oh yes. I just realized how awkward my my stream thumbnail might be for people looking through the FGO directory right now. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Oh whoa, what's this? Booba? Booba? Well, I posted on YouTube. If it works, I guess. Sure. So going up in YouTube. This is the only thing I plan to stream for today. So if I do get it first try, then I'll just port the entire VOD from my Twitch channel over to my YouTube channel. Just to make it simple on myself. So yes. That defense debuff kind of scares me, honestly. And we don't have any crit chance debuffs on Kiara right now, so... I think I'll play it safe. I'll use another lifeline here. At least that'll get us up to a full HP, though. That's good. Let's see here. I think we go for... the heal. Pancakes? Yes. We are still using pancakes. We are committed to the Medeiloli pancake dream. Hey, Jam Master, welcome back. Oh, she's got a crit chance debuff there. Or a crit damage debuff, rather. Or crit damage buff. God, I mix up my words so much. Let's see. I'd love to go for the 40%, but I kind of need a charm immunity up. So let's go ahead and do that. Fell asleep, you got critted? How so? No, not yet. I don't think I've ever gotten crit this entire fight. Oh, you're talking about yesterday? Yeah. So what happened? What happened to end last night's run was I was less than halfway left to go. So around like 200,000 HP, 210,000 HP. on Kiara's final break bar last night, for those of you guys who weren't there. And yeah, my Medi Lily had 1 stack of defense debuff, and she had around 8,000 HP. If Kiara, I just needed Kiara to not crit at all. Even if she attacked my Medi Lily all 3 times, that would be okay. She would still survive, with like barely like 1,000 HP. She just couldn't crit, but she crit on their final attack, and well, that kind of ended the run. So now I'm sitting here doing this all over again. Do you think BAQ or QBA gives more stars? BAQ, man. Quick leadoffs are not worth it. The only reason you use a quick leadoff is for quick break chains. Quick leadoffs are absolutely trash in this game. There might be an exception to that rule somewhere, but generally speaking, that's not. Yeah, it's. It ain't the best. So we don't have a defense debuff here, and we know Kiara's not gonna crit, so I think I'll go ahead and just tank the damage here, just like last time. And I guess I'll just steal Kiara's crit damage buff. Got it, Mr. Streamer. Yeah, the Hi Nguyen, the technical reason why, like the exact numerical reason why, is because in FGL, quick leadoffs only give, their only effect is, well, card leadoffs in general only have one effect. For Buster leadoffs, Buster cards give you the rest of your card chain 50% extra damage. 50, not 15, 50, 50. So that's a huge amount of damage that your Buster leadoffs are giving. Arts leadoffs improve your MP generation rate of all your following cards by 100%, I think. So it doubles your MP gen for all following cards. If I'm not getting my numbers incorrect, that's what I remember anyway. But quick leadoffs, for whatever reason, they only improve your star generation of your following cards by 20%. That shit is trash. It's garbage. If you know how star generation mechanics work in this game, you'll know why it's garbage. Because 20% is like, oh boy. Oh, we're giving our cards an extra 20% chance to generate another star. Whoop-de-doo, here we go, boys. We're gonna generate so many more stars, holy shit. I suppose it would have to depend on like servant to servant and like how many hit counts they have. Like if you have a servant who has an absurdly high hit count, then yes, maybe quick leadoffs would actually be worth it for them, but for most servants, no. It's pretty trash. For this, I'm actually gonna start with the Talmo CC card here. Let's do that, and I'll do this. This kind of looks weird, but I have to use the CC, that card with the CC on it, so that I get the 50% increase in healing power, and it'll apply to my MP. Yeah, essentially. For every a 20% star gem buff essentially means, it's not quite the same, but it more or less means it's like, oh, every 5 hits you're getting 1 star, or you're getting 1 extra star. Right? Again, it depends on the context. Let's see. With this, Medi Lily should still be fine. And we'll steal another one of Kiara's, we'll steal Kiara's crit damage buff again. Yeah, quick damage modifiers, Omega lol. How old is Medi Lily? Officially, I think sources say she's like 14 or something. Why? Why do you ask? So it depends on the hit count. Yes, Stargen is entirely dependent on hit count. Ren Azura in this game. Well, not entirely, but hit count is a huge part of Servant's star generation. Because in FGO, the max number of stars that each individual hit of a face card is capped at 3. So logically speaking, that means that a servant who only has 1-hit face cards, like for example, if a servant only has a 1-hit, let's say, quick card, right? The maximum number of stars that quick card will generate is 3. Compare that to a servant like Jack, who has 5-hit quick cards, so which means that each individual hit is generating a maximum of 3. So 3 times 5 is, well, Jack can generate a maximum of 15 stars per quick card. That's why Jack is so good at star generation. So yes, hit count is extremely important. Not just for star gen, but for MP generation as well. Sword, no, it's 3. It's hard-coded at 3. Let's see here. Let's use Medea Louis' second skill here. I'll top her up a little bit. Do this. No crit damage buff to steel, so we'll go for star generation here. We'll go for. I think we need. No, we don't need another charm immunity stack yet. Yeah, crit stars don't carry over if you generate more than 50. Any more crit stars than 50, then it's wasted. No point in generating more than 50. Is there an event where you can farm proof of heroes? Check one of the lottery events, one of the upcoming lottery events for this year. See if they got anything. Let's see. These crit chance numbers look really tempting, but I'm gonna have to forego the 60% so I can get another stack of charm immunity up. DW small brain of day 1. Remember that DW did not expect remember that DW didn't expect for FGO to blow up this much. Like in the beginning, FGO was when it first came out in Japan, like in 2015, so like almost basically 6 years ago. Nobody knew like just how popular FGO would become, right? The Lightworks themselves certainly didn't know. So there are a lot of very strange things that the Lightworks did in the beginning that we kind of, like 6 years later, or even like 2 or 3 years later after it came out, once FGO started getting popular, that we look at you know, some of the things that they did in the beginning, like why did you do this? So you do need to cut them some slack. Not saying that they still don't make some smooth brain decisions sometimes, like why no new male servant for Chaldea boys, but that's besides the point. But yeah, some things you just can't really blame them for. But it is but whatever their excuse, like it is very obvious that in the beginning of the game, at least in terms of star generation and assassin design, either they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, or they were trying to 5-head that shit by intentionally putting out really bad starting assassins, like you know, day 1 assassins, right? Where literally the only assassin who could do his job right was Cursed-Arm. Just so that it would make Jack, who they would release, you know, 4 or 5 months later for Christmas, for the Christmas event, the first Christmas event that is, and make Jack look like Omega God tier, Both. It was both. Sure. Let's go with that, I guess. It was both. Yeah, and then day one Gil. Meanwhile, day one Gilgamesh. Do they ever buff things like MP gain or hit counts? No. MP gain, there are buffs called MP generation rate buffs, and they're pretty common actually. Well, I wouldn't say common, but it's not exactly rare. Quite a few servants have their own MP generation rate buffs, though it's not exactly you know. Yeah. Did I say it was common? Because that's not what I meant. I would say they're uncommon, but they're not like super rare. Yeah, they're not rare. They're just uncommon. But there are MP generation rate buffs. Yes. But never to hit count. Well, I shouldn't say never, because there are 2 servants in the game that have a skill that lets them double or hit count, and those are probably some of the most broken skill. That's probably the most broken skill in the game. One of, anyway. Only one servant, technically 2, but one base servant has a skill that lets them directly alter the hit count, and there's a good reason why only that servant has it, because if that were a recurring theme, if they gave that kind of a buff to multiple servants, then there would be quite a few potentially very broken servants in the game, because altering your hit counts by doubling it or adding just straight up adding more hits to it it's actually game changing. Oh, would you look at that? There's another crit damage buff that we can get rid of, or for us to steal. Steal! We'll go for another charm immunity, actually. Who is the other than Musashi? Take a big guess. Summer Musashi. Musashi the first one, or American version is the second one? Big surprise. Yes, because essentially when you double your hit count, you're not it's not just doubling your MP generation, it's also doubling your star generation. It's essentially giving it's almost the same as giving a servant like a skill that gives, like, it just straight up gives them double gives them 100% extra MP gen and star gen at the same time. And not only that, but Musashi's skill, the Saber version, gives her just extra flat damage on top of it. And I believe that damage is a power mod, not even an attack buff. It's a fucking power mod. So it stacks with charisma and buster buffs, which is hilarious. Oh, he's not contributing to star gen, but yeah. It's a loophole. It's a motherfucking loophole. Let's see. I think one of the problems that I made earlier in my previous run was that I didn't use my invul skill enough. Because I should be able to use my invul skill multiple times in this fight, because this fight just lasts so fucking long. So I think here, even though we're not really in too much danger, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use invul on Medea Lily, just so that she can sit pretty here and not really have to worry about taking damage. Excuse me. And let's see, let's generate some stars. Let's do this. Does she have both her buffs? Yes, she does. Weird how the Saber has an Unga Bunga deck and the Berserker has a Saber deck, yeah. On a scale of 1 to the dude from Far Cry 3, how insane are you? Alternatively, how bored are you? -20. This is neither boring, nor am I insane. Well, I guess I am to other people, but the fact that I've done this before means I'm a little bit less insane. Or maybe I'm even more insane, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Let's see. In this case, I was kind of hoping that I would still have a stack of the Tamasisi, but I just realized it went away because I didn't use it. I didn't use another one. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we can just use Medea Lily's heal skill just on its own. Yeah, she should still be fine. And then I'll go back to generating more stars again. Good luck with this then, thank you. Hopefully it'll go better than my attempt yesterday. Any chance to use Grailed Servants to win? Yeah. Yeah. Putting my Grailed Medea Lily to use. Good use. Alright. Use this. Get her get Medea Lily topped off. Essentially get her back up to full health. Let's see. Ryan's will be a game changer for Berserkers. Yeah, definitely. She'll be a great setup support for them. Does your turn counter hit 200 plus? I believe so. Yes. This will hit. This run will more than likely hit 200. 200 plus. I believe it did 2 years ago, so no reason for it not to do it again. This BGM slaps hard. It's so good. At least we have a banger-ass track to jam out to for like 2 hours. So it's not so bad. Ooh, that defense debuff is not so hot. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Medea Lily takes a defense debuff stack, I kind of go Monka W inside. So that means that Kara can start doing mad damage. Charge her by 4%. If she attacks all 3 times, we can actually use her MP right away. Let's see what she does for her third action. Oh, she attacks. That's clever. And that's pretty cool. Does she have a crit stack? No, not yet. Why won't you release the game, Type Moon? Because Type Moon is more than likely convinced that there is no audience for CCC outside of Japan. That's typically the problem with a lot of these Japanese visual novel companies, is because they aren't convinced that they can make money off of their games out here in the West. It's either that, or they're scared to bring their IPs outside of Japan. That's how it is. That's how it is with a lot of eroge companies, at least over the past decade. Now we're in a much better spot. Now that eroge, like Western eroge publishers like Manga Gamer and other companies like them have done a good job of like coaxing Japanese eroge companies and studios and whatnot into letting them like localize it for a Western audience. So that's cool. But yeah, at the same time though, some games are still gonna take them a while for them to see the light of day, if at all. So we'll just have to see, or just wait for fan translators to do that shit. Shouldn't they know how much people wailed for Summer BB? Well, yeah, in Japan. Let's see here. I think what I'll do is I'll NP here. Get Betty Lily topped off now rather than later. I think I'll go for this. Yeah, like Tsukihime, for example. We'll see if Type Moon is willing to do an official Western localization for Tsukihime. Hey, Prolector, welcome back. Yep, you came back just in time. Finally got your friend to play this. His luck was rank E. Nice. Nice. Let's see. 3900. What's Medea Lily's max HP again? Actually, funnily enough, the game doesn't tell you your servant's max HP. It only tells you their current attack rating. Yeah, she'll be fine. I don't need to burn her second skill now. Steam bans garbage games. Really? That's news to me. I thought Steam was mostly filled with nothing but garbage games. Why would you do that to your friend? Yeah, it's the same thing that happened to me. My IRL friend, Protagonist, got me into FGO. Look where I am now. 3 years later. 3.5 years later. Just measure it using a fucking bar. Oh god, she got charmed. Well, that's why we have this, that's why you brought this Mystic Code. Sheesh. Sheesh. Does she have gold foes? No. She does not have any gold foes. She's only rocking, regular foes. You're doing this? Yes. Not just once, but twice. Why arts first before MP? The arts, the card that I used specifically before my NP has a CC that that gives me a stack of 50% healing received increase. Basically, whatever the next heal that Medea Lily would have gotten would be increased by 50%. That's why I used it first. Because Medea Lily's MP is a heal. So I used the arts card first in order to get the CC buff from that face card, from that arts card, and then I used the NP so that I would benefit, so that the NP would benefit from it. It looks a little bit strange, I know, but yes, there is a reason for it, or there was a reason for it. Maybe Type Moon should learn to advertise a bit more. Yeah, you'll notice that that's a recurring theme with like very reputable companies like Type Moon. Type Moon is a great company in terms of creating a product most of the time. Right? Nas is a fantastic writer. Takeuchi is a great artist, and I'm sure their staff, however much staff that they have, are all great people and fucking work their asses off to get us to make great products for whoever can actually buy them. However, what they're probably not as good at doing is actually marketing. I am pretty sure that's a recurring theme for a lot of very smart people out there. This actually kind of worries me, I'm not gonna lie, because Kiara does not have a crit chance debuff on her, which means that she can crit, even if it's not likely. And medea Lily is not really at an HP rating where I'm comfortable with. I think I'll risk it here, and we'll see what happens this turn. Just one hit. Just 2 it. Okay, so medea Lily should still be fine with this. Yeah, I think here we definitely use a heal. I kind of wonder if I should use medea Lily's 3rd skill as well on top of that. Because her 3rd skill at max level, I think literally doubles the amount of healing that she gets, and it stacks with the other healing received bonuses. So I think if I use her 3rd skill along with her 2nd skill, medea Lily should actually be healing herself back up to full HP. There goes Azure Lane again. We have a game called Fate fighting game called Fate Unlimited Codes, yes, whose acronym is FUC. Fuck. A game where Kuhulan is top tier. I think I'll just use her 2nd skill just on its own. And we'll just rock with this. Is Luvia meta? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think from what little that I know of the Unlimited Codes meta, because not a lot of people play it, obviously. But wow, medea Lily still took a lot of damage. Well, I guess that's not too surprising. No crit damage buff to steal, so no point in using Dove Report. But I believe the characters who are top tier in Unlimited Codes are characters who have like hella disjointed hitboxes. So Ku, Deermud, because Deermud's in I think he's a DLC character? He's either a DLC character or a guest character, technically, in Unlimited Codes. But the spear users are unbelievably broken in Unlimited Codes because they literally reach full screen. And there's not, and if you don't have any ranged attacks of your own, you are fucked. Yeah, Saber is in Nitro Plus Blasters as a guest character because we all know that Gen Urobuchi and Nazu are butt buddies. Let's see here. I think we just try going for max damage. Unlimited Codes is mobile it's a PlayStation game. I forget for which console though. Honestly, it might have been for PSP way back in the day. Yeah, PSP, PS2. It's a dedicated console. More condensed resin incoming. How so? Give us the deets. We have more than 3 and 1.4. Nice. Also, did they did Genshin have a live stream? I'm guessing that I missed the live stream at some point, because I would have liked to stay up for that. Unless this is just like a dev blog update, and there was no stream yet. Oh, dev notes, okay. I was about to say, like, shit, man. If I missed out on the dev stream, then I would have felt it would have been pretty feels bad, man, for me, because I like staying up for those. They're pretty fun. Yeah, so just some dev notes, I guess. That's nice. Let me read the other ones though. Let's see. Left. Sorry about that. Let's see here. 50%. I think I can use. I think I want to use a melee skill here now. Top one. Let's see. 1.4 dev summary. Increase condensed resin cap from 3 to 4. It's more of a convenience thing. So that's nice, I guess. Fix resin notifying domains. What does that mean? I'm not too sure what that means. Maybe I do, but it's kind of this Zenith guy probably a little bit weird, so I don't know what it means. Max AR 60. Well, kind of already knew that. Further AR XP. More. Okay. Change world level anytime. Okay, well, I mean, sure, I guess. I don't really know what the point of that would be. Maybe just make your overworld experience a little bit less. On knife's edge, but then again, it's like you still want your world level to be at max, so you can still get as much rewards from like domains and such. I guess that would be that would be nice for people who aren't like who aren't geared yet, who aren't ready for higher world levels. They just happen to get there a little bit sooner than expected. So I guess it'll help those people. So that'd be nice, I guess. Let's see. Meantime. I want to get rid of that defense debuff. That thing can go fuck itself. So MP use right now. Quality of life to weapon upgrade system. Kind of just to see what that means. So hopefully it's a good one. Parametric transformer and co-op. Well, I don't care about co-op. Favoring mail. Nice. Re-challenge button for spiral this. I guess that's nice too. And co-op choreo. So nothing major. It's just some nice ones. Looking forward to the rest of the dev notes. Rest of the dev changes in 1.4. The UA characters are dope. Not gonna lie. Every character not named Amber is dope in Genshin Impact. What the fuck? I know I'm doing Amber dirty by saying that, but maybe to join friends lower worlds. But I don't think they would do that yet, because what that would mean is if you could manually toggle your world level to go lower, and in order to join like your friend's world, who's like a lot lower world level than you are, then what that means is your friend can just let you carry them all day, you know? Because you're gonna go in there with like fucking max level 80, level 90 characters while they're still stuck with, you know, jerking themselves like level 20 or some shit. You know? I don't think they'll let you do that. Let me see here. I think. Let's see. Yeah. I guess I'll say fuck that. We'll just keep our NP, and we'll heal ourselves next turn. What's wrong with carrying? Yeah. Nothing really, because Genshin isn't a PvP game. So the answer will be nothing. But I don't know. I'm not the devs. Dope design, just a stage gameplay. Yeah. If they fucking buffed our man Dong Li, then fuck, man. Why can't they buff our cutie outrider Amber? Buff our girl Amber. Let's see, we need one of these up. Let's do this. Your only two fire-style weapons are Skyward Harp. I hate you hate your life. Well, only hate your life if you have no bow used to use them with. Do you have fish? You should have a fish. The game gave you a free one in an event. And fish has been on raid up God knows how many times. Fish would sure love using that bow. Just saying. No one wails for her. Doesn't matter if nobody wails for her. Everybody has her. But yes, I get the joke that, oh, people wail for Dong Li, so they bitched about it. So they changed it. Let's go with this. Why they want buffed anyway? It basically boiled down to people were unsatisfied with his gameplay because they weren't like happy that a supposed Geo art like an Archon was like super weak and was like purely very much so support based. So yeah, people complain about that. Yeah. Dong Li quote didn't feel like a 5-star. I'm guessing enough Chinese whales complained that MiHoYo felt the need to actually buff him to appease their Chinese player base. And Kiara's been critting. She crit like twice in a row there. Jesus Christ. Calm down there, lady. You don't need to go that ham. Yeah, now Dong Li is fucking busted as shit. Isn't he tanky as a motherfucker? Yeah. There's like no downside to him. He can do everything. He can support and he can drop meteors on people's faces all day. Like my Dong Li is built as a pure support. Like I use them for Petra. My intention of using Dong Li when I got around to building him was I wanted to use him for pillar support for the energy recharge gain or the energy recharge support. Even though back then it was an RNG energy gain, I think from his pillars, and for petrify support. And that's even after he got buffed, I still built him that way. So yeah, he's supposed to be a pure support, but my Dongli can outdamage some of my DPS characters now. Because meteors just fucking his ult literally fucking evaporates people sometimes. Which is Omega lol. I wouldn't doubt it, Sir Corky. It's without sounding too judgmental. It is China we're talking about. Hey, Dark Parable, welcome back, man. After waiver ticket, it's still beneficial to put your waiver on support list. Yes, it might be, because some people out there might actually appreciate having a waiver instead of a Scotty. However, most of the time it's still probably gonna be a Scotty. And once Castoria shows up, Castoria. It's just how it goes sometimes. It do be like that sometimes, you know. Oh, honestly, this is kind of a rough spot for Medea Lily. Only 8,000 HP. Yeah, I think we'll use our Invul skill again here. Introduce character skins. Genshin will eventually come out with the character skins. I mean, there's a fucking button in your character toggle screen where it literally says dressing room. Currently, there's only wing gliders there, but it would be kind of weird if there were only ever wing gliders there. Let me see here. We have a stack of charming minions. Raid up an FGO? The Noel KFC outfit? Yeah, Dialect also looks pretty sharp in that as well. Yikes. Okay, I really just put fucking an MP seal and skill seal on me at the same time. I could get rid of it actually, but I actually won't, because there's not really much of a need for me to freak out right now. So Kiara can go fuck herself, I guess. Regional exclusive collab again. don't be surprised if it ends up being that way. Like, not to like be a Debbie Downer right from the get-go, but I don't know how much how healthy it is. It's gonna how healthy it's gonna be for you to expect us to get like the KFC skins. It just kind of, it's just kind of weird to me that Azure Lane's able to get their Pizza Hut skins, collaboration skins, over to the Western version, to the Western servers, the Azure Lane global servers, no problem, but other games can? I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe for the R6 collab is regional too. It probably it might be. You know. I hope it's not, because that means that it's actual content that we're missing out on, and people will be genuinely upset over that. Because Girls Frontline has brought over most of their collaborations. The only collaboration that we didn't get for Girls Frontline was Honkai Impact, the one Honkai Impact, I think. But we've gotten everything else. I thought we wouldn't get the DJ Max collaboration, but we did anyway. Do we have a defense debuff? No, we don't. So we're good. Yeah, they're both by the same publisher too. Which I don't know what's going on there. We're at halfway. Yep, we're on the third break bar. Yes, Zero. I'm gonna stream the Shroom, Kyobi Shroom event at some point. It probably won't be tonight, but it'll probably be sometime later. Maybe tomorrow even. We'll see. Honkai collab with Girls Frontline in China, yes. On the Chinese server. I don't know if they also were available on the Korean server, but Chinese server definitely. I think we'll top ourselves off here. Make sure with that make sure Medi Lily's nice and healthy. Ever heard of Sun Alice? Yeah. Yes, I have. Hey, Valor, welcome back. How's it going? This is a little tricky here, cause do I want to mess with the defense debuff that I got going on here? Cause the defense debuff here adds about like I'd say about 1,000 damage to Kiara's normal attack. So just safely assume it adds like 2,000 damage to Kiara's MP. And I think Kiara's MP regularly does about 4,000 to 5,000 damage. So this should if I decide not to use Medi Lily's NP here, this should mean that Medi Lily should be at about 9,000 HP, around that number, after Kiara uses her MP. And then even if Kiara, she can't crit, so even if she attacks twice in a row, she shouldn't kill Medea Lily. So yeah, I think I'll not use Medea Lily's MP here, and we'll just go for like Star Generation or something. Yes, Power Mega, we're slapping Kiara's pits today. So about 9,700 HP. All right, good outcome. Let's go for the charm immunity because we need a stack of that. We're an hour in now. Yeah, we're basically an hour and a half in, more or less. I'm gonna solo Kiara a third time next year. Well, too bad CCC doesn't have a third run. Well, technically it does have a main interlude, but I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't have to. I know it does technically, but it's not. If it's not mandatory, if it's not an actual event, then fuck that. then it can go fuck itself. This run has been pretty smooth. Yeah, the crit, the dub report CC is doing so much work right now. Like the fact that it not only gets rid of crit damage buffs that Kiara's giving herself, but it also replaces that with crit chance debuffs. That is huge, because I think Kiara's base crit chance is 10%, and each of these crit chance debuffs are 10% as well. So yeah, it's perfect. It's perfectly making sure that that Kiara can never crit. So it's working out hella well. Meta CC, yeah, I can see why. Not surprising, it's fucking meta. Either this is the most boring fight or just an excuse to not make an upload. Hey, M Zerker, I know you've been in chat for a while, but you've said some really dumb shit from time to time. Not all the time, but right now is one of your more Papega moments. You might want to watch what you say, in case I catch you saying something fucking real stupid, and I ban you permanently because of it. If you think this is boring, man, I don't blame you, but you don't need to be here in chat and throw that shit in my chat, you know? You can go spend your time elsewhere for the time being and come back when we're doing things that are a little bit more exciting. Like, I get it, the shit is boring, but I've already committed to doing this, so fucking deal with it. KP rolls go. Total amount of Saint Quartz used came up to be like what, 2,300 Saint Quartz. It's a rough estimate, but somewhere around that estimate. Do I want to fuck with this? No, not really. Honestly, I should have used the invul last turn. I would have liked to use the invul last turn. We'll just do this instead. But yeah, it took a total between 2 rolling sessions. It took me a total of 2,300 Saint Quartz, more or less. The second rolling session that we had was hilarious because I got KP like on my second multi, so like basically right away. And then I got like 4 spooks after that. That was pretty funny. That guy is an asshole. Yeah, and he hasn't said a word ever since I fucking called out his dumbass. You're enjoying this? When was the last time you saw someone doing this? Yeah. People will watch what actually what gets me about me roasting fucking M Zerker's ass was that people fucking watched Kanata fight a fucking bone man in a fucking retro game for literally over 30 hours total, and they were cheering her on the entire way. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to do a 2 or 3 hour long fight, and someone in chat's like, some dipshit in chat's like, oh, this is so boring. What, are you just using that as an excuse not to upload a video? I guess the only way to get away with doing boring shit on stream is to become a cute VTuber. Huh? If Kiara attacks all 3 times, we should be able to get our MP for free here. So that's 2 and 3. Doesn't matter if it's a crit. Alright, cool. And we have a stack of the Tamo CC. Let's see. 6k, 13. No, this should get us up to a full health or something close to that anyway. Let's go for no real point in using Dove Report right now. You are already a cute VTuber. Thank you. Should I invest $600 into FGO? Not getting a new PC. Were you the guy who made a comment earlier that saying that you were in the middle of saying it for a PC, and then for whatever reason that's not going to happen anymore? So you're planning to put some money into FGO. If you have other gacha games that you can sink money into, like games that actually have pity, right? Because let me put it this way. I'm gonna use Genshin as an example. Genshin has a pity system. It's a very good pity system because you know exactly, you know for a fact that you will get like the rate up 5-star character, whoever's the limited one on rate up currently, for sure, within a certain amount of money. So you know exactly how much it's gonna cost you, or well, not quite exactly how much it's gonna cost you. You know that you're not gonna have to spend more than a certain amount to get them for sure. FGO is not like that game. So if this is gonna be a one-off thing for you, Lazy Chair, I think was your name. Like if this is like a rare chance for you to be able to spend money on a gacha game, and this is not something you're gonna be doing like all the time, or something, or not, at least not something regularly, then ideally you don't spend that money on FGO. You don't spend it on FGO. You spend it on another gacha game that that at least gives you a better chance of what you want. Gives you a better chance of getting what you want. Sorry, I said that wrong because I said that weird because I suck at talking because I had no social skills. But yeah, ideally that's how you want to play it out, or that's how you want to use your money. If you must use on FGO because you just really want to spend on FGO, or maybe FGO is the only gacha game you play, which is good. In that case, then save that money for a banner that has a servant that you really want, and just go hard on that, and hope you get lucky. It's really about it. Ain't gotta think too hard about that one. Cutest, second cutest VTuber behind of FGO behind Emu. No, Emu Tane Tenshi, I think is her name. Who's a VTuber I think I rated before. And Isekai Nonsense. They're all much cuter than me, of course. The true embodiment of gacha hell. True. I will use Medea Lily's invul here. Or, not her invul, but the Mystic Code invul here. Came at a good time? Yeah. We're about an hour and a half into this run. Which actually, surprisingly, didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought to get to this point, it would have taken us a little bit longer, but here we go. Yeah, playing 9 fucking gacha games at the same time. Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm already fucking I'm already on the struggle bus, trying to deal with what, 5. But yeah, lazy chair. If you must spend on FGL, just look at the schedule. Take advantage of NA clairvoyance. And you know, try to snipe a server that you really want. Whoever you decide to go for. Ow, that hurts. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use Medea third skill here. Let's see. No crit buff to get rid of. So. Oh, excuse me. More than insane playing 9, true. Oof. Both of those buffs went through Medea Lily's debuff resist. That sucks. Nice, good crit. Where's your tail? Did your resub discontinue or something? Hecate was doing an Apex stream earlier today. Nice. Was it an English stream, or was she just restreaming her Bilibili stream? Hey, Lawrence Elza, thanks for the 10-month resub, man. Welcome back. There's your tail. Problem solved, or solve room probed. Nice. Yeah, 600. Yeah, I figured the $600 was a rare thing for you. Yeah. Okay, at least no defense debuff. That's good. In this case, I wonder what I should do. think I'll go ahead and use Medea Lily's heal here right away. I kind of want Kiara to start using her her crit damage buffs more, so I can I can yoink them again. COVID relief, more like gotcha relief. Oof. Don't put it like that, man. You're gonna give us gotcha gamers a bad name. Imu's drawing Hu Tao as a catalyst. Nice. Her Hu Tao is gonna be very Omega cute because of the way that Imu draws cheeks. Imu draws some of the most pinchable cheeks that I've ever seen. Oh shit. It appears that Kiara stole my my MP charge. That bitch. Which cheeks? The face cheeks, not the butt cheeks. Though I'm sure if she tried, Imu could draw very good butt cheeks. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Sauce? You can go to the stream right now. Twitch.tv/Emu Lapis, I believe. Yeah, Emu Dojinshi are very time consuming to make. Wow, did you really just crit me twice in a row? That actually sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that shit blows. I could take a risk here by saying, not doing anything, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it Omega safe. I'm gonna play the shit uber safe. I'm gonna say fuck your fuck you. I'm gonna use my battery skill for the first time in this fight. Fuck you, bitch. I don't want what you're selling. 104 turns. This'll we should be at around like 200 turns by the end of this. No, not really actually. Maybe about 150 turns. Because in total, Kiara has like only a million HP left. Yeah, only. But I believe a million HP is on the lower threshold of the amount of HP that she should have. Yeah, Dojinshi take so long to draw or to make. Like I don't know the I'm not intimate with the I'm not intimately familiar with the process myself, but there's a lot that goes into it. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Like all those jokes that like Dojinshi writers make about like deadlines and shit, they're not just memeing or they're not memeing for no reason. Like, they make jokes about deadlines and stuff for a good reason. It's because there is quite a bit of truth to that. You should get 3 grails for this battle. If only that were true. If only that were the case. Yeah, the Dojinshi themselves are super fucking cheap. They're like $5. Like you buy Dojinshi like directly from like Comic Kit or through like other wholesale means. They're uber cheap. Like just $5, like 500 yen. Boom, that's it. Aren't they kind of short? Well, yeah, they're just Dojinshi. Like the Japanese people call them thin books for a reason. They're not very long. They're not meant to be. Though there are some doujinshi that some Mad Lad artists have made that are omega long. Like I think Faku's worked with some very well-known artists to like bring over, like specifically make hardcover bound doujinshi books of that. They're not like individual books, but like very like big volumes. Big volumes or anthology collections, and they actually turn out really nice. So sometimes they'll do that, but like usually they're working with like a bigger company like Faku or something, another company to make that happen. Usually if they're just working by themselves, they just come out as the thin books that Japanese people call them. Let's see, what am I doing here? I think we'll do this. Get cut off. Yeah, I've read quite a few doujins myself where at the end, the ending, the end notes. Sometimes the authors or the artists will go like, oh, like I actually had more planned for this, but deadlines, omega lols. It's like deadlines. Shit, my Invola is still one turn out. So that's kind of awkward. Yeah. The longer one, a lot of the long ones are collaborations. Yeah, they're like entire publications. Yeah, and it's like it's basically a lot of doujinshi put together and then published together like that under a publisher name. Are we talking dictionary levels long? Not quite that. Not that long, but you're on the right track at least. Oh shit! I meant to put the 20% on Anchor instead of the other way around. The longest one you read was about 220 to 30 pages. Yeah, the ones that you can find on Sadpan, you can find these like anthology collections very easily on like on like sites like Sadpanda. Then yeah, sometimes they can be very long. Like there's so much content in there. And yeah, like someone in chat said, they usually center around like one or two themes. So if you're a fan of like one particular fetish, and there's like an entire publication dedicated to that, then it's fucking Coomer City for you. Character development in doujins. To be fair, there are some Mad Lad artists who actually dedicate themselves to producing like a series of doujins. Like, cause most doujins are just like one shots and done, right? But there are some who actually make it like a fucking series. And it's fucking insane. Let's see, we have both of our buffs. Most doujins have more plot than isekais. Well, yeah, just by the nature of them having booba. Yeah, the multi-work series. Yeah, the multi-work tag on Sadpanda. I'm sure N-Hentai and other sites also have that tag. The multi-work tag. Those are pretty nice. I actually won't remove the crit damage buff now because Kiara still has to deal with 2 stacks of crit chance reductions. Yeah, not all dojins are hentai, yeah. There are some non-hentai dojins that are really good. Like, some of the best non-hentai dojins I've read are Toho ones. I mean, naturally. Some of those are really good. Alright, has got a series that resembles Raiko. Yeah, no surprise. His art style is definitely very unique. Let's invul Medea a little here, just so that she doesn't take any damage here. I think he does literally 0 damage here with the attack debuff. 0 damage. That's fine. Raita can only draw Raiko? No, that's not true. Remember, Shuten Doji exists. If you think Raita can only draw fat booba, fat and anatomically incorrect booba, you are horribly mistaken. He's just most well known for that because he loves drawing that shit. It gets him off, so he draws it. Don't you shame my man Raita, my dude. Don't you try kink shaming him. I know what you're up to. Yeah, she forgot. Yeah, I don't blame you for that, because Shuten Doji is so not a Raita character that it's easy to forget that they're from the same artist, to be fair. But yeah. Don't forget, he did draw Shuten Doji, who's a fucking flat ass. Yeah, in Ibuki Dojin too. And not only that, but in Ibuki's ascension stages, she's both not booba and booba. Not booba, booba. Perfect. But yeah, Raita's male characters are woo. For someone who's known for drawing hella booba and probably prefers it, he draws his guys like fine wine. Yes, Kira Shinji. I think that's the case. I think that is the case. I think he was told to kind of tone down the sexuality on them, so because you know, it wouldn't really be fitting for characters in Valkyria Chronicles to run around with their tits flopping all over the place. But I believe, yeah, he did design characters for that franchise. Defense debuff. I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. Crit damage buff. Tone down the Gachi W. No, Deckbois, Redrop has Kama. Kama is the only Redrop servant in the game. But if he had to draw, she had to draw only one servant, they picked the right one for them to draw. But yeah, they mostly work on CEs, but They did give it a chance to draw a servant, and boy oh boy did they fucking cash out. They fucking cashed out hard, let me tell you.
我が霊脈をもって復元回帰そこを命ずペインブレイカー収束発射いきます焼きたてですよ召し上がれ
It's long, yeah. It's a real grind. You gotta stick with it the entire way through. Did Pochi draw Voyager? No. I believe Nong? No. Somebody. I think it's an artist with whose name starts with an M. But essentially the Fate, was it Fate Requiem? What did fucking Voyager and Edisek and the others come from again? Fate Requiem? Was it Requiem? Whoever the artist was that for that was, they drew all the characters. I think their name starts with like an N or something, like I said. Let's see here. Okay, that actually wasn't a lot of damage. Surprisingly enough. Nice. Will you try the hardest mode, the whip only? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I will, but it's gonna have to be tomorrow then, because I just want to get this event done and over with. I just want to finish it. How long do we have left on a CCC event again, chap? Do we have about another week? I think it's about another week, right? Maybe less than a week by this point. If I'm gonna try the whip only fight, then I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. Assuming I get this done tonight, which we'll have to see if I can do that in the first place. 5 to 6 days, yeah. So a little bit less than a week. So if I'm gonna try the whip only fight, it's gonna have to be tomorrow. Is you rolling Azure event? Yes, Roger. I have everybody. Everybody came to me easily. That's what he said. Yeah. Belarusia and yeah, everybody. I rolled everybody easily. For whatever reason, I rolled Talon 3 times before Kirov. So that might explain why my King Protea luck was so trash. But I guess that just happens sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, supposedly the whip only fight, the whip only Kiara fight is actually the toughest version of this fight. Because whip only, she reverts to her small form, but she keeps all her buffs. So, or something like that. So, like, like the hardest version of the Kiara boss fight for this event is that, and not actually this apparently. Though this is still pretty tough. If only for the fact that you have to spend so goddamn much time on this. If only for that fact and that fact alone. Alright, Jay Shadow, thanks for hanging out, man. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you could out of the stream. And we'll see you next time. So she debuffs you to hell and back. Honestly, that sounds like a perfect place to bring Medea Lily in. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Like instead of taking Waver, we take Tomo, Medea Lily, and another arts DPS, maybe. Kind of sounds like what you would need to do. Does it gain more NP when Kira hits you with crit? No. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter if it's a normal hit or a crit that you get hit with. The only thing that matters is defense debuff. The only thing that matters is if is the amount of hits that you take. Kiara's attacks, except for her NP, both her crit attacks and her normal attacks only hit you once. So Medea Lily is only generating 3% charge off each hit. Her ult is like 3 or 4 hits, so she's generating a lot more charge off that. But other than that, no. Do you have a team in mind for Kiara Whip only? Unironically, I'm thinking of bringing Tomo Medea Lily, or Tomo Jean. But if Kiara can use Heaven's Soul and she has Invul Pierce, then there's no point in bringing Jean, because like, well, whatever. No, I wouldn't say there's no point. It's just Jean's effectiveness is neutered heavily. Because if you can't invul her ult or her NP, then yeah. Pretty much by that point, the only thing that's saving you is are like guts maybe. Yeah, Nightingale is not bad either. But I have a Grailed Medea Lily and just a regular Nightingale. So. That and for a dedicated arts team, Medea Lily is better because caster deck. Nightingale doesn't have a caster deck, so I kind of have to deal with her 2 buster cards all the time. Let's use yeah, let's go ahead and use the info here. Why not? There's a heal to heal up Medea Lily back up to full. Shit. This one. Hey, Metal Wolf, welcome back to the stream. Nightingale debuff is the only thing that can make her MP less effective. That is true. You do bring up a good point. Honestly, in that case, I might legit bring Nightingale DPS and treat her like an alternative Vlad almost. Just a much less damaging one, I guess. Don't want to use our MP now, so we'll just generate some stars, I guess. No Invul Pierce, but it does skill seal and NP seal. Okay. depending on how much damage it does, Medea Lily might actually be great for that fight because her MP's overcharge gives everybody a thick chunk of what is it? MP generate debuff defense debuff resist. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. When did you get stunned? You got stunned at some point. I will actually not do anything. I'm not gonna use any of my lifelines here because I don't need to. Medea Lily doesn't have any defense debuffs on her. Kiara doesn't have any crit buffs on her, so by this point she can't really do anything. Like yeah, oh boy, she crit me. What's that gonna do? I will use her third skill though. Make sure Medea Lily's nice and topped off. Hey Rupture, welcome back. Yeah, we're doing the Medea Lily solo again. Hey Fromans, welcome back. Critting you to remind you that she's still fighting back. Well, she's not on her final break bar yet. Once she's on her final break bar, then I will go Monka W. But she ain't on her final break bar yet, so all these attacks that she's doing is whatever. She hasn't used that skill in a while. The skill that gives her charge. I don't know what her what the offensive utility of that is. Is that like it's supposed to be like a charm or something? Probably. I don't know. Yeah, we're almost back to where we left off. We are officially past the 2-hour mark for the stream. Excuse me. Not at the moment, Metal Wolf. I'm actually working on another bigger project. I keep saying that I'll show you guys what I'm working on because I showed it once before, but I keep forgetting because I'm an idiot. Hopefully, I'll remember to show you what I'm working on at the end of the stream this time. For real. Let's see. I think I'll do... Let's do this. What's the final bar gimmick? So on her final break bar, Kiara just increases her base damage automatically. Her regular attacks go from doing like 1300 damage to maybe 1500 damage, and I think she gets like a base 20% damage buff that you can't get rid of from her, and it doesn't show up on her status either. Like it doesn't appear in the form like an attack buff or anything. She just gets more damage. So her regular attacks go from doing like 1300, like 1200 to like 1500 to like base 1500 to like 1800. Not only does she start doing more damage, but she can give herself an activate on attack buff where she can skill seal you, MP seal you, and she can basically give you some nasty debuffs based on chant RNG debuffs on her regular attacks. And yeah, that shit sucks. That shit do suck kind of big though. Let's see. I think I will use. Yeah, let's use Medea Lily's skill. Let's use her skill here, because she should be able to survive this no problem. However, I will steal that that defense that crit damage buff stack from her though. Now that I think about it, though, we should be breaking her bar here, unfortunately. So this might actually be really bad because we just broke her bar without an end bolus or anything like that. So I have unrest. What is this? NPC. Oh, okay, that's not bad. And this is there's the bonus effect. Yeah, see how she's Why am I stumbling over my words? See how she's doing 1800 damage now? She just starts doing mad damage. So we have to use this. Now she is starting to do hella damage. And because of that, I'm actually going to use the Tomo CC immediately. And then go into this. Yeah. This is where the run goes Monka fucking W. Hyper Monka W.
我が命脈をもって
Oh, did I miss a 90% quick crit? Yeah. Welcome to FGO. Worse than XCOM. Hey, congrats on hitting master level 150 Deck Plus. Good luck. Yeah, we're gonna need it. We are gonna fucking need it. Yeah, so like I said, Kiara just starts doing way more damage overall. So she's just way more threatening here to Medea Lily.
引き分かりました
Arctic still at 9, yeah. Such as Arctic Mystic Code leveling. Ooh, nice. Double crit is gonna give us a much better fighting chance here. Ooh, defense debuff. That's bad, because now Kiara's gonna start doing 2,000 damage per hit. We don't want that. We have to get rid of that shit immediately.
準備完了はい
Is it worse than XCOM? I don't know actually. I'll admit I never played XCOM, but I've heard the stories.
誰も傷つけぬ傷つけられぬ世界がありますようにペインプレイ
You can miss 100% XCOM. Something tells me that there's probably something in the game code that like deliberately decreases your crit chance, and the game just doesn't tell you about it. Something tells me. Let's see here.
わかりました行きますね収束発射行きます
Ooh, nice. Dude, we are getting so lucky with crits this run. That's twice in a row that Medea Lily's hit like a very low crit chance. Like 10% or something. Hit me again? Yep. Thank you. What's CE? Medea Lily's Bond CE.
お任せくださいわかりました行きますねどうか誰も傷つけぬ傷つけられぬ世界がありますようにペインプレイザー収束発射行きます焼きたてですよ召し上がれ
Hilariously, because of that, because we were able to use Medea Lily's MP twice in a row, she actually has 120 debuff resist chance there. Unfortunately, her first stack of it ran out, so she still got hit with the whatever this one is, debuff resist down. Let's see here. Kiara's gonna be doing a lot of damage now. So I kind of wonder if I should just use Medea Lily's thingy here, or save it for next. I think I want to play this safe. Let's heal Medea Lily up fully. I would have considered not healing her there if I had my debuff clear on Mystic Code, on Atlas Mystic Code back, but we don't. So I am making the executive decision to go ahead and use one of our lifelines here. Nice. Medea Lily's critting everything. Oof. And then we get slapped with the good old MP generation MP loss. The oof. Alright. In this case, I think we'll do we'll use this. Arts. Nah, we don't need to use the Tama CC. We can just do that. Yeah, no point in using a busted card this run, or that for this chain. Just generate some stars and that's it. Skill seal, that's okay, because we have our NP. Go fuck yourself, Kiara. Go F yourself, Aldi. Let's see on Medea, her bond C. Nice. Nice, good guards on those. Skill seal, not the worst thing, because Medea Lily's still good on her health. She'll do it even better. Even fucking better. Crit damage buff. It's good because that means we can steal it. We have a charm ready to go. Under 200 turns? At this rate, probably. I think it'll be about, I don't know, maybe 180. It could take over 200 turns, maybe. We'll see. And look at this guy had to crawl back from out of his rat hole. But yes, just to answer your question, this is RNG survival. What is this? HP demerit? That's fine. And welcome Jita, the Eternal Edge. Very edgy name. I like it. Welcome to the stream. Also, what was that fucking Azure notification? Oh, it's my fucking PR thing. No, that's not gonna be done for a while. Alright. In this case, yeah, we definitely use Medea Lily's skill here. Because her NP isn't ready yet. What are the best buffs to buy for this fight? All of them. She gave herself the bonus effect again. Thankfully nothing hits, so now we use this skill. It sucks that Medea Lily's third skill is still stuck on its 8-turn cooldown, max cooldown. Kinda sucks. I think once her third skill gets buffed, it goes down to 7, right, chat? Something like that. I just got here. What am I watching? A 2 or 3 hour long Medea Lily solo against full power Kiara, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, nice. She buffed her. She gave herself a crit damage buff, which means she can steal it.
はいわかりました
Alright, Kazuma desu.
収束
Almost half an HP bar left. Yeah, we're almost there. We should be past halfway now. Yeah, I think we're like barely past the halfway mark. Would this go faster if she were partnered with Irisville? Not really. No, to be honest with you. If I'm gonna be completely honest, not really.
お任せくださいマスター
Let's see, okay. So Medea Lily should be able to heal herself back up to full. Our Imba will come back for another 5 turns.
お任せくださいマスター
Check buffs. Let's see. No, none of those. So,
準備完了です
let me see here. We'll just go for a full crit chance.
どうか誰も傷つけぬ傷つけられぬ
Yeah, deck was such a tease.
収束発射
The Arcanite's community is never gonna let it down.
ネギストパンケーキおいしくなれ
可愛らしい
Alright, another crit damage buff. Which means you can yoink it. It's guarded against whatever that was. I think it's a debuff resist, right? Debuff resist down. Debuff resist debuff. Let's see here. Go full arts as usual.
収束発射いきますどうぞ
Yeah, Prolector. The extra attack adds so much damage. In the long run, especially. You call? Hey, what's going on?
可愛らしい
FGO with their constant debuff resist debuffs and debuff resist buffs and buff resist debuffs. Blah 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 blah. This is interesting. This is gonna be an awkward spot. I think I'm gonna have to use my battery skill again at some point. But I think for this, the play here is to use the skill, and then we'll have to use Medea Lily's NP next turn. To ensure that we won't get NP charge drained, I think I'm gonna, instead of generating stars here, I'm gonna go for a full
いきますね
arch chain here instead. Yeah, let's go for a full arch chain. Take the Tomo CC as well, just in case.
それいきますどうぞ
Nice, good crit. That means that even if we get charge drained by Kiara, we'll still have enough to have her NP up. Yep, like that. Fuck you, Kiara. Nice, good crit miss. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we NP here.
そこを術式準備
And if things get really hairy, we have a battery skill to fall back on. Let's see here. All of our arts cards are pretty equal here, so it doesn't matter what we take. Let's go. You know it was gonna happen at some point, right? Like you could literally smell it coming. You can fucking smell that shit coming.
焼きたてですよ召し上がれ
晩食有効初めて正解
Still, her NP does a lot of damage every time, so it's always kind of scary. Oof, that skill seal though. That skill seal though. That's pretty bad. Not gonna lie. However, she gave herself a crit damage buff, so she Medea should actually still be able to tank this. Yeah, we can actually this next turn we should guarantee that Medea does not die, Because even if Kiara uses God knows how many skills, we still have our Mystic, our Atlas Mystic Code debuff clear to get rid of anything that Medea Lily has. And we still have her battery skill to fall back on in case we get charge drained. So I think here, I can afford not to do anything because Kiara just won't be able to kill us. Because she won't be able to crit. At least that's my prediction. It's still a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Just don't crit. I mean, Kiara shouldn't. Hey JB, how's it going, man? How's it going so far? We're on the final break bar. We're almost there. And we've gotten further past where we went to last time, or where we got to yesterday. Yeah, so all crit misses. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get her Medea wasn't able to get her MP here, but we have Invul, so she'll be fine for next turn at least. And here we can just generate some stars. Generate stars. Yep. Let's go for. I'm feeling risky. Let's go for the crit. What is it? Let's see. Should I be risky? Should I be risky? Nah. Let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. Let's give ourselves another stack of Tommo CC. Yeah, let's do that. You were expecting half expecting a crit like there like last night? Yeah. It would have been pretty monka W. The risks I took were calculated, but damn am I bad at math. Drew. Actually, Drew. Alright. Ever talk about risk calculation to gacha players? Well, you see, you only have a 1% chance to pull a 5-star character in this game. Don't you understand? So you're telling me there's a chance. Gacha players and gacha game players in a nutshell. So what you're actually telling me is that there's a chance. 1%, huh? That's pretty generous. Oh, Kaleidoscope is like 0.02%, so you're telling me there's a chance? Every banner you pulled at 0.5%. True. Some people just for whatever reason they always pull the non-rate up. I mean, this event too, for whatever reason, I pulled Talon 3 times, which I actually have never done before. Like, I've pulled the non-raid like once or twice before, but like those were pretty rare. And all of a sudden, Talon shows up 3 times before Kirov. What? Like, are you feeling okay, Talon? You sure you didn't accidentally end up in my account on your way to other people's? Did I steal you from someone else by chance? I read authority of B says authority of breasts. Nice. Nice. They're practically giving away SSR units with these percentages. True. You rolled 100 times, haven't gotten Grammy yet. Oof. Yeah, elite boats can be a bitch and a half to roll for sometimes. Sometimes it can even be even harder to roll for than fucking gold boats. It's fucking weird. Very weird. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I think I'll use Medeily's heal here, just to give her as much HP as she can get to tank Kiara's NP. And go back to charging NP again. I gotta roll for Hutao, yes. Not the day of that she comes out, which I think is tomorrow. Probably later on this week though. Either in 2 days or 3. Final stretch, yeah, we're almost there. Is this a charge drain? No. So we're fine. And then let's set up our command code buffs again. You didn't beat this last time? No, I actually got crit on the final break bar yesterday. Yeah, on yesterday's attempt, Kiara crit me, attacked me 3 times in a row with one of my medea literally had 8,000 health left, and she crit the last one and she couldn't take it, so that's why I'm doing it again. Winnable? Yeah, we're almost there. It actually is very winnable. As long as I don't make a misplay, and as long as Kiara doesn't like crit me 3 times in a row, which as long as she keeps trying to buff her crit damage, and I keep yoinking it, then she should never be able to do so. Let's see here. Yeah. Since we'll be yoinking her crit chance or crit damage buff and replacing it with a crit chance debuff, medea is fine here. She can't get killed this turn. Command codes coming super clutch. Yeah, Valeric. This really puts into perspective just how insanely lucky I got 2 years ago when I did this the first time, and I did it first try. That is like the cherry on top. Because imagine it, right? Even with command codes, yesterday I wasn't able to first try it because I got mollywopped towards the end. To be fair, it was pretty unlucky, but still. It should go on to show you that, you know, sometimes you just get fucked. There's not really much you can do. Here I think medea is still safe. Yeah, because she doesn't have any defense debuffs. Kiara still has to deal with her crit chance debuff, so we're still safe here. I will do this instead though. Yeah, and I ate my sandwich at the end. Yeah, cause I had ordered dinner in the middle of it, and it came in the middle of my my run, and then I didn't eat it for like another hour. I remember that moment. I remember that moment exactly. All right, we did it, chat. Let's go. Let's fucking go, boys! Let's fucking go! BM combo. Let's fucking go, dude! Let's see here. Let's do... blow all our skills! Let's see here. BM combo! And on slow mode. Omega BM on slow mode. Blow all our skills. Fuck you, Kiara. Die. Hey, Makos, thanks for the 7-month reset, man. Welcome back. I was here, poggers! It's like I never took damage. True! No damage, by the way. And a crit to finish her off, just to rub salt in the wound. True. 82 pancakes. You actually kept count. 82 times Medea Lily has forced Kiara to eat pancake. Nice. And this time around, it took me 165 turns.